We are entering the month of July 2024. And of course, we're able to create new intentions as we have a new moon in Cancer on the 5th of July, and we have a second full moon in Capricorn at 29 degrees. We have Saturn retrograde in Pisces, as well as Neptune retrograding in Pisces, as well as other significant astrological events, as the cosmos is not a dull place, and life is about moving forward and moving on, learning our lessons, clearing our karma, whether that be poverty consciousness, victim consciousness, settling in life, or generally going through bad experiences. However, no matter what happens to us in our lives, we can take our power back. So regardless of us feeling like life happened to us, we need to change our mindset. We need to believe that life is happening for us. So, in clearing my own karma this month, I intend to move into a new space. I intend to prosper. I intend to advance at work. I intend to improve my personal public relationship. And most of all, I intend to move on from the past. Spirit, be with me as I read for the month of July 2024. I feel those freedom vibes. You know, we are free to be who we are. And I think that's a beautiful thing. You know, some of us have to let go of an old identity. Page of Swords, gossip. You know, even if people do gossip, we can still make our own judgment calls, believe what we want to believe. We don't have to be thrown off our path because of gossip. Okay. So we have the Page of Swords, which could represent gossip. We have the Judgment card about self-reflection. A little blocked, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, destiny. I feel like we do need to create our own destiny. The Eight of Swords, restriction in reverse. I feel like restriction could be lifted. You know, the Star, hope. You know, again, I think people really are clearing karma. They have learned lessons, and then you want to integrate the lessons, and you want to move into your higher self. The Three of Cups, reunion. The Ten of Pentacles is luck. And the Eight of Wands is travel. Okay. As we're moving into the first part of July. Okay. We have gossip. Not sure what happened to my footage there. And then we have pay attention in reverse. So sometimes maybe paying attention to that gossip will just harm our mental health. And if we're trying to move to a better space, paying attention to the wrong things is not positive. So I feel like this angel card is speaking to us about focusing our energy in the right place. So, I mean, people will gossip, people will act like humans, people will have a different opinion of how you're supposed to handle a particular situation, but ultimately, you make choices and you choose how you deal with the situation. So far the cards here: judgment in reverse, self-reflection, judgment upright, which is a 7th chakra card. Okay, here's the Princess of Coins upright. The Wheel of Fortune upright. So we have the Wheel of Fortune twice, and we have it in reverse and upright. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the 10 of Coins. We have the Emperor in reverse. We have the Magician upright. And we have the 10 of Cups, which is definitely emotional fulfillment. We have the 8 of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the 9 of Wands. Okay, let's get some more angel cards to begin the month of July 2024. Okay, I see this card, Honesty in reverse. Sometimes maybe people are private. You know, people keep some things to themselves, and people don't always know how to react to private people. Okay, love. Acting with love is a good thing. Intuition, this card is in reverse. You know, sometimes, you know, we feel blocked with our intuition and our transformation. Sometimes we are hung up on resources, as people do need resources in this world to get by, as this earthly life is about achieving focus. I can choose what I want to focus on. As you work on your goals, recognize you need to take a step back and really focus on what you are trying to accomplish. Whether you are starting a new goal or already in the midst of it, the angels are urging you to have good organization and lots of preparation in place. So we do need to emotionally prepare and plan. This definitely seems appropriate to lay these cards out as we are going into July. Okay, believe it or not, judgment can involve gratitude. Judgment can involve gratitude and the seventh chakra, as when we judge how far we've come, we can feel a very nice sense of enlightenment. Believe it or not, the planet Saturn is represented with the Judgment card. Okay. Saturn retrograde energy is in this chakra wisdom card. So again, we are going back and reviewing where you have come from, taking stock of choices made. It also means preparing for challenges you may not have seen until now. What will I need to prepare for? Okay, so if we're talking about retrogrades, we might as well address the retrograde in Neptune as well as the Saturn retrograde. Neptune deals with our dreams. And so with Neptune in retrograde as well as Saturn in retrograde, you look at your personal dreams and what it is that you had originally wanted to achieve. And in spending time in that reflection, you judge yourself and you judge your path and you judge yourself. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands here. This is igniting the inner fire. Okay, so you know, maybe you're making a recovery from the past. Maybe you had big goals in the past, and maybe those big goals were not received by society. Maybe it wasn't your time, and maybe people weren't sure that you were cut out to do what it is you felt called to do. Okay, the Queen of Cups is the card of emotional healing. So I feel like some of us could be healing emotionally. Okay, you know, maybe you are gifted and you ignored it. Maybe you're a dreamer, maybe you're artistic. Maybe you have a tender heart. Maybe you have intuition and psychic abilities, and maybe you're spiritual. And maybe you are ready for the path ahead. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is about the emotional healing. And, you know, I feel like Chiron is going retrograde back in Aries. And so I feel like collectively people can be healing the identity wounds, because Aries represents the self. So there are people healing identity wounds. You know, we thought that we were on a certain path and it wasn't our time, and we had things to learn and things to experience. And so, you know, all of these retrogrades tie together. We're healing on the level of our dreams. We are healing spiritually. We are healing our identity wounds. So, you know, eventually Aries has a retrograde with Chiron. Chiron retrogrades into Aries at the end of the month. So for July, that is pretty specific. Okay, the Queen of Wands in reverse. You know, perhaps you had a little bit of self-deception in the past. Perhaps, you know, you had times where you were reckless and you weren't your higher self, because we can go into lower energies and we can rise out of it and go into higher energies. So, you know, perhaps you didn't have the sustainable vision in the past, but this sixth chakra card indicates that you can create a sustainable vision. You just have to be willing to believe in a new path, a better path. You just have to be willing. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands here. Okay, sometimes this is a setback. So I don't know if there will be setbacks, but the Eight of Wands upright would be the card of new adventure. So, you know, we should worry about quarrels or feuds or setbacks. But you should be focusing on what you truly value. Sometimes ambition is necessary in your foundation, because you have to think about what is being created for the future. Okay, the Princess of Coins is the card of self-forgiveness. So, of course, we need to forgive ourselves. You know, like I said, there's people that are clearing karma. You know, maybe you felt like the world was down on you, and maybe you felt like you were only having bad experiences for part of your life, and we can't have an entire life of bad experiences. Perhaps everyone else held the status quo, and perhaps it wasn't your time, but here we have the Wheel of Fortune. You know, we have that, you know, in the upright. So I feel like we're moving away from, you know, the fate being against us, and the fate could be for us if we allow it. Destiny does require timing. Your destiny unfolds with the right timing. Okay, so this is about your spiritual path right now. You know, people are on a spiritual path, and, you know, you don't have to allow yourself to be influenced negatively by other people. You can be influenced by your spiritual path, and you can stay focused. Okay, so you can do better. I feel like the Ace of Cups is saying you can do better now. Okay, we have the Ten of Coins. Okay. This is birthright. This is ancestry. This is contracts, obligations. This is having comfort. This has to do with feeling support from your ancestors. The Ten of Coins is the card of ancestral legacy. So you think about the kind of legacy you want to leave behind. And, you know, you can't do that if you don't work towards it. Okay, the Emperor in reverse, associated with the reunion card here. Sometimes a meetup could be a distraction, or it could be a positive experience, depending upon where the energy flows. But I feel like the past should not block the future. And I feel like positive momentum should be the focus. And I feel like this reading is telling people to remain focused on the good. And, you know, ideally there should be long-term plans. And, you know, you can be loving towards people, but I feel like there should be a bigger focus on changing your luck. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Magician. So, you know, we want situations to be beneficial. We have the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Here it's like we have travel and fulfillment. So maybe you'll need to travel to some training to advance with work. You know, maybe there will be opportunities you didn't anticipate. So working on your intuition, I think, is going to be helpful this month. And unblocking anything that could take you away from the transformation that you could have in your life, as we are coming up on a new era very soon. Thank you everyone for watching my general reading for the month of July 2024. May you feel free to create the future of your dreams. And so it is. Thanks for watching.